Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Dmitry. I'm a seasoned advanced squad leader player. Several years ago, I tried to figure out how to play Fields of Fire game. I think I had first edition of the game and I failed. So recently, after GMT Games published the newest deluxe edition that was developed by Colin Parsons and Andrew Steed, I made another try and looks like I got it now. So we are in medias res right now, in the middle of the second mission of Normandy Campaign, and Fields of Fire so quickly became my favorite war game that right here in the middle of this second mission I decided to create a YouTube channel where I would share my adventures in video format. I wanted to make a live video, like stream, and maybe I will be streaming next episodes, not just upload the videos, because it's more handy from the technological standpoint. But as this new channel was just created, I have to wait 24 hours before YouTube will confirm my inquiry about live streaming ability. So what we've got here, and yes, and I hope you're also interested in this game. I usually play nowadays I usually play solo war games. I used to play Advanced Squad Leader some time ago, but now I prefer solo playing game, and Fields of Fire was an absolute blast for solo playing game. It's just incredible, makes feel of company commander, make alive this feel, creates wonderful, believable narratives, stories for the whole company or for its parts. I already played Keep Up the Fire, the standalone mission, several times, and in my later playthroughs of this mission I used ammunition and radios to get feel of the full rule set of the game. And after that I started my first campaign after these several years pause, after my first try to learn the game. So campaign started well. I already finished the first mission. I will show you my roster sheet. Maybe you already saw it on the Board Game Geek where I share it. So we started the first mission with green company commander and executive, and also green platoon commanders and veteran sergeant, first sergeant. All the rest of the company have line experience. We almost get no casualties, maybe 2 or 3, I think it was two, and one of them was evacuated. So with replacement steps, there were plenty, 6 of them, and 28 experience. I was able to make some veteran units, upgrade my commanders to line experience, and buy some skills for platoon leaders. At the start of mission 2, company looks like that, with a veteran machine gun teams and first anti-tank team, because second team was casualty in the first mission, and the third one got a gem in the last turn of the mission, so it became the green fire team, green generic fire team. So the experience was enough to convert some machine gunners and mortar section to the veterans and start the second mission with this full company. In the second mission we have artillery and mortar forward observers, offline experienced. I attached them to the second and first platoon. I also have some standard list of pyrotechnics signals, which each of the smoke goes to each of the platoon leader and have ceasefire command. Purple smoke is with first sergeant with the action of move to signal, so sergeant can gather some scattered fire teams to rally them up, and parachutes and clusters with company commander and his executive to cross the phase lines and move to primary and secondary objective. Available fire agency is 15 Field Artillery Battalion, which supports our, I think, regiment, 9th Infantry Regiment from 2nd Infantry Division. Battalion Mortar Platoon is part of our infantry battalion, and Regimental Cannon Company is part of a regiment and have quite strong ammunition. I think it's also 105 millimeters. Okay, now it's the 5th turn of this second mission, and I started to record this video just to introduce myself and introduce the channel. Here's my common display. Not much already happened in this mission. It quite it goes quiet and steady, I think. So many of the leaders still have the commands in reserve. The second mission is 5 rows and 4 columns. I can show you my layout. Here's the staging area, but we already passed it. And the last row with cemetery and secondary objective there, woods, orchard grove, and primary objective there, and another orchard grove. So my initial plan of the mission was to take these woods and this church, because I can put mortar and artillery observers on the both of terrain areas if I found a charge here, but my previous search for cover attempts were not successful. So they both command both objectives and how to say, reserve each other, support each other, because church can see diagonally the cemetery if there is a church, if I can find it, and also from here I can see the orchard grove from the second floor again. And this woods on the hill also has a diagonal line of sight to the primary objective and straight line of sight to the secondary. Yes, and I appointed this primary and secondary objective after I saw the whole map, which is random but available and open from the very beginning of the mission. And that was my idea, that I can, if I secure these two terrain cards, I will have potential to place artillery and mortar observers here to cover the objective, and I will save my precious white phosphorus missions as the last resort fire mission. So I think we do not need the last row right now, because all the things are happening still in the middle. This mission has a reattempt available. So my initial plan was to prolong it to the 2 attempts, 10 turns in sum, because if one would rush this mission from the first attempt, it means that 5 rows in 10 turns should have a tempo of 1 row per 2 turns, which is very aggressive and very risky. So while I had this freedom of choose, I decided to count on my second attempt and advance slowly. But the reconnaissance data, which is available in the mission briefing, and by this reconnaissance data I mean information about enemy packages and their distribution between the potential contact markers. It seems like first 4 rows, first and second, had potential C contact markers. I cleared them already. And third and fourth row, many of them still have potential B contact. Most of these contacts are incoming German artillery fire, German sniper, and German infiltration attempt, which means that enemy squad is caught on the move. It could infiltrate, if it made a successful attempt, but it could fail and shot by our company with exposed marker. So maybe these 4 rows are not very dangerous, though I wouldn't rush them in like every row full platoon advance move, because if whole platoon is covered by enemy artillery barrage, it's gone and evaporated. I tried this, not tactics, but experiment in my Keep Up the Fire playthrough, just to see how devastating and punishing could be enemy fire, and it's really punishing when you're on the move with the whole platoon and under exposed marker. So almost everyone is hit. If you're lucky, someone just get pinned, and hits distributed like paralyzed, litter team, casualty, casualty, paralyzed, paralyzed, casualty, fire team, litter team, they all scattered from the squads, become into routed teams or sections. So to continue your push, to continue advance, you have to rally them, reconstitute them into squads, and it takes time, and casualty will be replaced by green infantry steps after the mission. So it is not a good idea to rush towards unexplored potential contact markers with a bunch of your troops. So I usually use the conservative tactics of detaching one assault team which can move to any card, not just friendly card without volume of fire, and open up these potential contact markers, draw fire on itself, and then the rest of platoon or another part of the company try to fix and flank the new threats. So in this mission, artillery fire, German artillery fire, is 2 types. It's mortar barrage and artillery barrage. Artillery barrage is more deadly. It comes with a -4 incoming volume of fire. But the good thing about it, it comes without the observer. So it's just one time shot from somewhere far from the map. The mortar fire comes with mortar observer, German mortar observer, and we have this situation here. On my previous game turn, my assault team stormed the mortar observer and made him a litter team, but his lingering fire is still here with my paralyzed team. So both of these rows were fired by German infantry, some cards. Some potential contact markers were lucky and empty without any contact, and these 2 B markers also was very lucky without any contact. So this is the setup. In the middle of the things, I will try to push some counters, draw some cards, make some actions, explain something what I do and why am I doing it, and I hope it's interesting for another players, could be interesting for someone who also play the game or just thinking about it. And as I just said, as a seasoned advanced squad leader player, I played about 200 scenarios, and even won one Open USA online tournament. Fields of Fire virtually became my favorite game of all times. So I play it often, I play a lot, and just want to play again. And I also read some books that were recommended in the designer's note. Actually, I finished one of them and started another. I will show you. I will show you in a couple of seconds. Both books are really great and tell so much about what's happening in the game. I completed Company Commander by Charles MacDonald, this classic infantry memoir of World War II. It's about, company commander and how everything happening in the eyes of company commander. To tell long story short, when action is started, when attack is started, or enemy overrunning your position in the woods during the bulge, company commander can just run across his platoon commanders to find out what's happening and report the situation to the battalion commander. It's not much he can do when everything started. So usually if he can do anything is to rally the routed people, gather and assemble them to the fighting troops again, send them back to the battle, and maybe shift fire here to ceasefire, but everything going on almost without any chance to influence of the result of the battle. Everything is in hands of his soldiers. And the second book is about a battalion commander, but it also tells much about tactical level, how battalion is deployed and acts, how its companies, what type of mission they had in reality, and how they tried to achieve this mission, how everything is structured, what are patrols, what are interaction between different elements of the regiment or division. So very insightful book about the tactical level. Both of them tells so much about what's happening in Fields of Fire. So I think it's okay for the first video to not make it very long. It should be fine as an introductional video, and in the next one, I don't know if it will be uploaded video or live stream, I will continue this second mission and go further on until I play everything I could play. I hope I will never stop to play Fields of Fire, and I hope you will like what you see. Join my company, give some of your cheers and support to our brave soldiers. Thank you for your attention and see you soon. Bye bye.